Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'd like to talk about Neptune, the outer planet that many Vedic astrologers do not use, but I am very fond of using the outer planets because I have come from the school of thought of Western astrology, but I never use them in terms of house rulerships. This would destroy the Vedic system. The way that I use the outer planets is I place them in a chart, and if they are tight and close to certain natal planets, they will influence them. As well as I look at the outer planets in terms of world events, because I consider the outer planets to be extremely predictive in world events. So they actually represent the collective unconsciousness. And therefore, this can be reminiscent of how they aren't personalized in a personal chart. They represent the collective unconscious. And therefore, they are imperative, I believe, when I'm looking at world prediction. They stay in a sign for a long time, and they will build and depict generations. So certain generations will have the outer planets in a particular sign, and it really does flavor that generation what they're all about, as well as when you bring together outer planets together in a chart or in the sky. It depicts what's going on in the level of consciousness and awareness. What those planets represent becomes relative in the awareness of the masses at that time. So talking about Neptune, Neptune is this quality that is ethereal. It's like you can't really grasp it. It deals with, the god Neptune is of the water. You can't really hold on to water. It slips through your fingers. But it is also called the great dissolver. And whatever Neptune is next to, it has the quality to dissolve. And Neptune is believed to be a spiritualizing planet. But for the most part, I've seen it to deal with deception, cloudiness, not being clear, confusion. It deals with smog and fog, and it's just you can't see. Neptune can also deal with glamour, beauty in the ultra mega sense of the word, because I kind of think of it as a mega extension or the higher octave of Venus. But not necessarily in a positive way sometimes. It's not all negative, but I have seen it deal with deceit, denial, and secrets. Things that are hidden. Neptune deals with hidden secrets all the time. And wherever Neptune is, there's a hidden secret maybe in your life that you may not know about. And it would do you a lot of good to uncover it, because we need to know about the collective unconscious. Now, Neptune, let me just tell you, it was discovered in 1846. And this was the time of the discovery of photography. So this came into the awareness of the world. And photography is making things unreal look real. So here we go with the illusionary quality of Neptune. It creates illusions. Therefore, it also rules the film industry. It deals with films and movies and cameras, photography, producers, movie stars, because it's this glamour, and it deals with something that is the illusion, but it is not real. That's Neptune. And just to give you some other things that Neptune rules is oil and gas. And therefore it deals with all gases, and it deals with all liquids. So water, it can do with fluids, and anything to do with alcohol and drugs, because it deals with the things that deal with illusionary. So alcohol can make someone delusional, or any drugs, delusions. Neptune rules drugs and alcohol. And it has this quality, this elusive quality to make people delusional at times. So look at Neptune and that quality. And you know, Neptune is the planet that is known, it's not known, but let me tell you, it creates earthquakes. I found this from my research. So I think it's like Neptune, god of the oceans, throws his spear, it hits the bottom, his trident that is, hits the bottom of the ocean and creates the earthquakes. So it can deal with that. Neptune, in terms of dealings with photography, film, and movies, it can deal with that creative potential to bring out that which is hidden. Now, because it is relative to the 12th house in some way, because of the 12th sign, it's relative to Pisces. Pisces deals with the oceans, the waters, and therefore Neptune. It can deal with films, movies, things that are hidden, dreams, the collective unconscious when we dream. And don't forget, when we're talking about this, so it deals with, of course, sleep, and it can deal with foreign places and outer space. What is beyond this world? But ultimately, what you can think of and equate to Neptune is the ways that we escape this world. So it can be through drugs, it can be through alcohol, it can be through sleep, it can be through outer space, going beyond this world, and ultimately going beyond this lifetime to the next dimension. This is Neptune. So Neptune being in certain signs will be relative to different generations of people and how they are. And one thing I want to bring out is Neptune has been conjunct Uranus since the 1995. And around that time frame, and they're together for quite some time, for about 7 years or more, or 10 years, because Neptune will stay in a sign for approximately 12 to 13 years. But when it conjoined Uranus, because Uranus can deal with technology, interestingly enough, this is when technology exploded. Everyone started to have a cell phone around this time. The computers, I mean, they started in the 80s, but it didn't really take off till the 90s. And this was relative to this conjunction. And I often think of Neptune as being the illusion and Uranus being technology. So therefore, it can be that with technology, computers, it is this alter reality that we're in with social media, with cyberspace, with the way we're connected through Skype and all of these computers. And this is what that conjunction's all about. That's why I say it's so important to look at these outer planets relative to their aspects, because it will create major changes in the collective world at large, in the public. So Neptune in the first house will make one very elusive, make one very large eyes, watery eyes, sensitive. Neptune in the second, be careful, the money can slip through the fingers. Neptune in the third, a very different, unusual sibling, or maybe a distance with them. Neptune in the fourth, there are secrets around the past, the home, the family, and probably concerning the parents. Neptune in the fifth, highly creative, really, really creative, mega imagination. Neptune in the sixth, be aware of health matters, because you could be prone to misdiagnosis and allergies. Neptune in the seventh, betrayal or miscommunication in relationships, possibly not being honest. Neptune in the eighth, mysticism, spirituality. Neptune in the ninth, a father that could be distant or spiritual, but usually could even deal with drugs or alcohol. Neptune in the 10th, a mystical spiritual career. Neptune in the 11th could be very unusual, eclectic friends of a unusual nature. Neptune in the 12th, mysticism, spiritual, interaction with foreign lands and places. So you see, Neptune just gives this ethereal imprint to the house it's in, and it can deal with mystics and miracles and belief in that. But at the same time, remember that Neptune has the quality of dissolving whatever it's next to, endings. It can bring endings. So I hope you have a better understanding of the qualities of Neptune. And if you would like more information, you can always go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Or if you want to learn Vedic astrology, go to my university, University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.